This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego and welcome to another episode of Alexandra TV. This week's episode is about how you can attract everything that you want in your life. Over the years, I've made many videos about this topic on Alexandra TV, about using the law of attraction and about the secrets to success and all these topics that I know you guys love. But in this week's episode, I'm going to share with you the 4-step formula on how you can start attracting everything that you want right now. So really a plan, a concrete plan on how you can start doing that. So without any further ado, let's begin. The first step to attracting everything that you want in your life is to know exactly what you want and stick to it. It's as simple as that. You have to know exactly what it is that you want. So if, let's say, you're thinking of starting a business, don't just say, I really want to have a successful business. No, say, I want to have a successful business that makes this amount of money every year. I want to be able to get to that level of success in 2 years exactly. To do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then I'm also going to hire 2 people in my business, and my business is going to be located in this city, in this country. And you understand what I mean? It's just to really be as precise as you can when it comes to what it is that you want. The more precise you are, the more you know exactly, and you kind of create this vision in your head, which we're going to talk about in a few moments, the more you are likely to attract that thing in your life because you know exactly what it is. If it's not exact, well, maybe you're going to attract other things that you actually don't want. And like I said, for the first step, another thing that's very important is to stick to it. There's so many people out there that start projects and a year later they're like, oh, this is not working. Let me do something else. No, you have to stick to it. You know, it takes a lot of work. It takes time. So just stick to it and create really this exact idea of what it is that you want in your mind. Which takes me to the second step of this formula, and it's to create a vision in your mind of what it is that you want. But not only a vision of what you want to attract, but a vision of what your life will be once that thing has happened, once you have attracted that thing in your life. How is your life going to look? What kind of person are you going to be? Create that vision. I know that for me, when I first started at 19 years old, I had the vision in my mind from the very beginning. I knew exactly what I wanted. And the life that I have today was the vision that I had a few years ago. Having a vision will help you stick to that idea that you have, to that desire, to that goal, and not give up, especially when the road gets tough. But also having a vision will allow you to know when it is that you have to say no to certain opportunities and when you have to say yes. I remember at 19 years old when I first started, I got an offer from a TV show to host this music show. And I was very tempted to say yes, but I knew it was not part of my vision. So I said no, and I'm very happy I did, because if I would have said yes, I wouldn't be where I am today, right? It's because it wasn't in the vision. So it's very important to know exactly where you're going to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, and to really believe that that's going to happen. The third step is very simple and obvious. It's just to work towards it. So you have to work hard, of course. You have to put in the work. Nothing comes easy, you know, it doesn't come overnight. Very often people see people with great success and they think that it just happened overnight. No, that's years and years and sometimes decades of working without people seeing the work, right? People didn't know that this person was working every single day and night on this. And then eventually success comes. Eventually what you want to attract, you attract in your life, of course. And finally, the fourth step is to pretend like it's already yours, like you have already attracted that thing, that desire, that goal, that dream that you wanted to attract, like it's already part of your life. And this is very important when it comes to the law of attraction. I made a video actually about that a few weeks ago, I believe, and another one a few years ago about the law of attraction and about how it's all about being in that energy, right? In that energy field. I remember one of my favorite quotes is from Muhammad Ali, and he says how he used to always say, one of his quotes was, I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was. That's amazing. That's incredible. What that means is that before he even knew he was the greatest, or that he could be the greatest, or that he was going to be the greatest, he was saying, I am the greatest. I am the greatest of all time. And what happened? He is the greatest of all time. So what we believe to be true, if we put ourselves in that energy, it has so much power in our lives, really, and in what it is that we want to attract. I want to end this video by sharing with you this piece of paper. I wrote this when I was 19. It's called This Is How My Life Will Go. And this was the vision. I have this it was from 20 to 30, exactly what it is that I was going to accomplish every single year. And up to now, everything has been accomplished. So also everything that I'm sharing with you, make sure you write it down. Make sure you write down your vision. Make sure you write down your desire, goals, dreams, everything that you want to accomplish. Because once you write it down, it's now part of the physical world, right? It's no longer just in your head. So it's very important that you start doing that. In the comment section down below, let me know what it is that you want to attract, maybe for the next year that's coming up, but what it is that you want to attract in your life, whether it's professional or personal life. I'd love to hear from you. So that's it for this week. I will see you next week for another episode. Did you like this video? If so, here's 3 very simple things that I want you to do. First of all, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel because you get free videos every single week. So of course you don't want to miss that. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to go on my website, alexandravillarroel.com, and subscribe also to my email list, because every week I send you content by email that you don't see here on Alexandra TV, but it's free content with coaching techniques, strategies, so you don't want to miss that either. And the third thing that I want you to do is I want you to share this video. Share it on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, email it to a friend, or even call a friend and say you need to go watch this. As Maya Angelou once said, when you learn, teach. So everything that you learned today, make sure you share it and you teach it to someone. I look forward to seeing you next week for another episode of Alexandra TV. And until then, don't forget to love life, others, and yourself.